What up, though? And welcome to Free for All Friday right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. You know how the song go. It's Friday, then hey, it's Saturday, Sunday. What? Welcome to the show, people. You know we got to bring in the crew. First of all, y'all know who she is, Queen of the Prowl, Miss Valerie Bordeaux. Good morning, Queen.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Proud Nation. We got a great show. It's Free for All Friday. It's time to kick it. It's time to kick it.
Y'all know how we're gonna do it. We're gonna have some fun. All right, my man is Uncle Timmy, Mr. Tim Maniac. He is one of the co-founders of Detroit Lions on the Pro. How's it going, brother?
Oh, it's going good, and hopefully this season or this off season goes good. We get some players, we get some things to start turning around this franchise.
All right, so let's get into the chat right quick so we can see some, who's saying good morning to us right here on the show. We got Dan Spanos says good morning, peeps. Good morning to Dan Spanos. And Grandier 12 says good morning. Where is Coach Mike Jones? Mike Jones is at work. Yeah, he works. So that's where he's at this morning. So, um him and LL, they work during the day. So one Pride 40, what happened to Luke? Luke will pop in when he gets a chance. He's got his lunch hour.
Both Luke and Jeremy are one of those ones that'll pop in whenever they get a chance. Don't worry, guys. They'll be here at some point.
Well, actually, I heard Luke's stuck on a dirt road and no receptions.
He's going to buy himself some ketchup at the grocery store, so it's okay.
Yeah. Good morning to our Keith Gates. How's it going? All right, so let's kind of get into some of this content because I want to see what we have to say this morning about some topics about the Detroit Lions, of course. All right, so first up we have what are your thoughts on the Lions re-signing linebacker Josh Woods? Go ahead, Val. I'll let you go first with the Josh Woods re-signing, former Bears player.
See, there's Luke. Speak of the devil. But
speak of the devil.
But okay, so Josh Woods, y'all. Okay, so we all know that the Lions need some help on defense. So they went and picked up Josh Woods from the Bears practice squad because we don't need that help over there. So thank you. You're welcome. This is a good re-signing for the Lions, in my opinion, because it's a 1-year contract deal. I am a little concerned about that season-ending neck injury, but with the 1-year contract deal, hey, shoot your shot. If he works well for you, fine, and if he doesn't, then it's no sweat off your back.
Okay.
So
I wasn't worried he had a season-ending neck injury. That's a new one for me.
That's what I read. I read that earlier today, that from one of the articles, that there was a season-ending neck injury. Now I don't know if that's true or if it isn't. So, but
okay. I mean, it could be. All right. What you got? First of all, let me introduce him to the audience. My man, y'all see him. Shame, don't love me like you do, my man. Luke G of Luke G's Review. How you doing, my guy?
Hey, what up, dude? Hey, listen. I was trying to get in here ASAP. I was like, okay, I got to get in here. I saw the questions. I said, oh, I like what I see. And now I'm here. And the first thing I hear is, speak of the devil. I said, well, I'll be damned. Thank you for the love.
because
I appreciate that.
Grandizer asked you where you were at. And I said, you were at the grocery store getting ketchup.
Hey, nah, definitely wasn't doing that. We don't mess with no ketchup around here. You know what I'm saying? This, this team mustard. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Tim said you were stuck on a dirt road, sir. So
with no reception.
Yeah, with not believe it or not, Tim is more accurate than you might think.
So
very much accurate.
What are your thoughts on the Josh Woods re-signing there, Luke G?
I mean, it's a non-factor move in my opinion. I mean, the contract is nothing that you look at and go outrageous about. It's another prove-it deal. Another, let me just put a body on there who knows what I'm doing here in case I don't get what I want. And as soon as they get what they want, he'll be access stage left, move to the practice squad, and the show will go on. So, no, it's nothing that stands out to me that is even worth mentioning. Like, it's not a good for them or a bad for them. It's just okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I hear what you're saying. All right, what you got, Maniac Tim? Before I give my thoughts on that, what are your thoughts on re-signing Josh Woods?
Well, we'll get to see how he does if he plays. Yeah, like Luke said, it's a prove it deal. I mean, if he has as depth to the unit and stuff like that, so heck, if he can prove it, let him do it.
Okay. All right, my thoughts are for Josh Woods. He did play well in backup duty last year. Popped off the tape, made some good plays. I like Josh Woods, as a backup player, primarily a special teamer, and he made his. That's how he makes his, makes the donuts go with playing in special teams. But I like the fact that it's a depth signing, and I think it kind of tells you when we're going to ask this question here in a minute about how the Lions are going to approach free agency this year. Just kind of, I think it gives you a glimpse with what these last two guys that they just signed with him and Jason Kabinda. So another prove it deal, and you're not gonna pay a lot. You're not paying a lot of money for him. You ain't breaking the bank for him. So you add a depth piece, and you have a guy that can play special teams. So that's where I am with that. So am I overjoyed with it? No, I think it's a good signing. Yes, I think it's a good solid signing for the Lions. All right. So let's get back into the comments because we know people got to say good morning to all these people that's in the chat. Definitely one funky Lions fan says morning, y'all. So good morning. I'm down here in the South. So how we say y'all
Yeah,
down here.
yeah. That was a real Southern. I'm like, I don't know if he said it like that, but if you in your head, if that's how you heard it, I ain't mad at you.
That's how we say it down here in the
Okay.
Carolinas. All right, where's Soul Man? He Souza. He got an invite, so he's a Youper though, and I know he works during the day. He works in the school system.
We
So,
got hit with a whole bunch of snow. He's probably out there shoveling still.
yeah, he up in a Youper digging himself out of a tunnel. All right, One Pride 40 says good solid depth signing, nothing to go crazy about. Well, Luke G's, what he had to say about that. One fucking Lions fan says a lion needs bodies. Woods is a body. That is
Yep, that's all it is.
I mean, that is a true statement to say the least. All right. Michael Huck says, good morning, everyone. Mr.
Salute.
Reliable himself, Michael Huck, is in the building. Gold member. Speak of the devil. Get him with the get him his pitchfork.
I know, right? I mean, speak of the devil. Where the hell's my pitchfork at? When I need that, I can never find it.
That
Like a damn remote.
Back to Detroit Lions on the prowl. Detroit Lions on the prowl from the doctor, who is always in. Dan Spano says about Josh Woods. He said he's a good special teams player, and every team needs that. And you saw that really when Reeves Maben got promoted to the to the active roster, where he was actually start playing in the actual defense and not just playing special teams. So Josh Woods just got that opportunity. All right. So Dr. Detroit says, I agree. Another boring build it year. I'm cool. Speaking of that, let's get to the next question. So here we go. In your opinion, how should the Lions approach free agency? So how do you think the Lions should approach free agency? Should they break the bank, or should they kind of continue what they did last year with the prove it deals and continue to build the young solid core and just add some pieces, get younger, get, where we kind of getting rid of some of these bad contracts and not try to break the bank and get into a good place with the cap. That's my feelings. So I'm going to give you my opinion first. I'm going to go first this time. I think Brad Holmes had it right last year. We're rebuilding this team, and we don't need to break the bank on a bunch of free agents because we're not in a place where we're going to have make a bunch of noise next year. We'll be better than last year, but we want to get out of cap hell. You don't want to do that. Get yourself right back in a bind by signing some big name free agents. So what you got, Val, on how the Lions should approach free agency?
I'm in agreement with you here. I think that the Lions do need to just sit still. Don't go crazy. Don't go wild. I mean, if there's a good deal on the table, you might want to grab it because there's plenty of really good offensive weapons out there on wide receiver end in free agency. But at the same time, this is a build it year still. You can't go crazy until you get rid of some bigger contracts, and that won't be until next year. So as quiet as they can possibly be, unless there's something out there that you just can't, the temptation you just can't resist, I see them sitting still.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to go. What you got, Maniac Tim?
Unfortunately, because of Brad's home, partly because Brad Home doing by bringing Goff here and that contract, he doesn't really have a lot of choices. If we want to see a good team in the future, we're going to need to go ahead and just kind of go with the flow as what we did last year. Maybe get a few extra parts, but not overpay. Now, granted, it wasn't all Brad Holm doing because we had stuff that Patricia had done and stupid deals that were made in the past where things were backloaded and now we're paying for those contracts now. So, but we just really don't have the cap room, even if we went ahead and did that to bring in the quality players to really change this team for what we want them to be, because we want them to eventually become playoff contenders, Super Bowl contenders, definitely NFC North winners, and we don't have that cap space right now.
Right. I feel you on that one. All right. So what you got, Luke G? How should the Lions and Brad Holmes and company approach free agency this year?
They need to approach it the Lions way. Build your team through the draft. Build your team with players who want to be here. Build your teams with those players who you say that you want, that are gritty, that are dogs and want to fight and prove themselves. Build your team with that. Don't go crazy looking at the luxury tech stuff and overpaying free agents because injury is always a factor. And play it smart. Get those guys who people have wrote off, said that they're no good, said that, oh, these people, we're done with them, they're not going to do anything. And you tell them, hey, they didn't believe in you, but we do, and get the best out of them. I always tell people, nothing made me play better than when my family and friends showed up to a game. I would act a fool when I knew that they was in the stands. Y'all there to see me? Let me put this show on. And in my opinion, it's having that support that they should follow. Now, this whole idea of, do we spend big and all that? I don't really care. But to me, what they should do and how they should approach it is to stay with the formula that's at hand and continue to do it the Lions way. See, this is the thing that we're not talking about. We're not talking about the Lions way. This is a new way of doing business. It's the Lions way. Get used to it. We'll build through the draft, sprinkle in some people that they didn't believe in, but we do. And every now and then we'll add a half decent trade for a free agent. Follow that formula.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with the homegrown talent. You got a young base. You continue to build that with the young pieces that you have. Keep some of your homegrown talent on the roster of the guys that, that prove it. If they don't prove it, you can move on from them real quick with that's why you saw them the short prove it deals. And I think that once we can do it that way, you get guys in here that will buy into the Dan Campbell way and will buy in and fight and scratch and have that tough mentality of blue collar workers in Detroit. That's what we want on our roster. So I agree with everyone on this panel. We kind of had a consistency with that one. So that's always good. All right, let's get back into the comments. You know how we do it. All right. So first of all, make sure you go and check us out over at Lions Nation Unite. There's no game day chats right now, but we'll see what's going to happen once the USFL starts, and that's right around the corner. They just have their draft. So we're going to have some of that coverage right here. We're going to do a Panthers Prowl on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. So come stay tuned, check out that USFL coverage right here on the channel because, we got to cover some football, and we love our football right here on this channel. So, all right, let's get back to the comments of one funky Lions fan. I got family down south. I have learned the right way to say y'all. And if you don't know what y'all means, y'all means you all.
Y'all
is you and all together. It is y'all.
Lord, I can't stop even typing that stuff. I say y'all and typing it.
Yeah. All right. So say Dr. Trent said same deal until next year, the year after. Okay, now we'll get to that question later on. The Tornado says good morning from Salt Lake City, Utah is in the building. The tornado is blowing through. All right. So Tristan Williams says good morning. We ain't talked to you in a while. All right. So what does my shirt say? What does my shirt say? It says Black Excellence. That's what it says. This is my Black history. My wife bought me this shirt. She says, Kurt, you are Black Excellence, and I have to go ahead and show and improve that I am Black Excellence. So thank you very much. And they come from Empower Tees. It's a Black-owned T-shirt company, and they make what do you call that? Motivational and inspirational T-shirts. All right. So all right. But yeah. Dr. Troy says, "Oh yeah, take a good deal." I think it's gonna be the same. We're gonna have that same. I think that Brad Holmes, we talk about free agents, he's gonna really attack free agency the same way the next couple of years, where you just kind of build that young base and you have your homegrown players you look at the two teams in the Super Bowl. Everybody talk about all the pieces that the Rams brought in, but if you look at the core of their team, were the guys that they drafted. You know, two of their biggest stars were guys that were drafted to the team, and Aaron Donald and Cooper Kupp. They drafted those guys, and they had that homegrown talent. And they cultivated it.
Well, and the other thing though, Kurt, is the whole 1 year prove it deal concept in itself. Because if you look at it quite often, if you look at the history in football, when you go in and you sign guys to big contracts or you upgrade their contracts and give them a whole bunch of money, their performance typically goes down.
Right.
AKA Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah. If you give them a 1 year prove it, if you're telling them to constantly prove it, they're going to work to earn that cash. And that's what you want.
Okay. Speaking of that article earlier we were talking about, he says, I posted that article in this chat, Kurt, that was dropped via the draft. You talking about the Kabinda article? I mean, not Kabinda. I'm sorry, Josh Woods. That's the article you're talking about. Let us know in the comments. All right. Michael Huck says, I say draft a couple of linebackers, and he could be a rotational depth piece. I think that's what they were going for anyway with Josh Woods.
Yeah, I think people was thinking too. I think people was thinking too small. It's not. I mean, yeah, you want to take multiple linebackers in the draft, but if you watch the way that they're moving thus far, and I'm talking about in terms of the general manager and even re-signing of Robert Woods, it's a signing deal that allows for them to have an out. Like I said, he's going to probably be gone, but this is something bigger. I think that they're gearing up for a trade nobody see coming. And I think it's going to be for a player nobody see coming. I got a few ideas of who I think it might be, but I think it's something coming up down the pipeline that's going to send some people our way, that it's not going to cost us as much to get those players. Just food for thought. Food for thought. Just pay attention to how he moves.
And I tell you like this, I mean, if he's coming from that Les Need kind of, that background, that's where he grew up, that Les Need out there with the Rams, and they didn't do a whole bunch of first round picks. And you look at Les Need's shirt at the parade, he said F them picks. So
well, there's something to be said though with what Luke said, because here's the thing. I mean, if you can stay quiet when you're building a team from scratch, if you can stay quiet, take your time, be patient, save up your cash, and wait. That harvest is going to come, and there's going to be a player out there that the Lions fans are just going to go, holy shit, we got him, because of that patience and that willingness to have delayed gratification.
Yeah, definitely.
And of course, right now we're building a culture too, and that's not totally set yet.
Absolutely.
So when we want people to want to come to Detroit, and once that's set, you won't need to overpay people like we are now.
Yeah, definitely.
Or have in the past.
That last regime, but they were overpaying. I mean, they're playing, guys who were backup starter money, and they weren't even, primary starters on the other team. So,
yeah,
absolutely,
how that goes.
Like Jim always said, good enough is not.
No, definitely, it is not. All right. Next question. All right, what do you think about Aubrey Pleasant returning to Detroit after not getting that Saints defensive coordinator job? It's reported that he's, returning back to the Lions. What are your feelings about him coming back into the fold? What you got there, Maniac Tim?
Oh, shoot. I'm glad to have him back. He did great for the Lions. And the longer we can keep him, the better for the Lions. So, I mean, shoot.
Yeah. All right. I got you, Maniac. Yeah. All right, Luke G, what you got on my man Aubrey Pleasant, the Flintstone, coming back to the Motor City?
I was excited because they're taking that safety at 2. I'm convinced they're taking Kyle Hamilton at 2. And on top of that, I think that there's going to be some other names out there in free agency that he can put his hands on and get them on the right track. Plus, it's going to be vital to Okuda, who I think needs to go to safety. But you know what? If they decide that, hey, we're going to give him a shot at corner before we let him go to safety, great. But I think anytime you can keep somebody who turned Will Harris into a corner and it worked, yeah, you should be excited. You should be ecstatic. Like get your popcorn ready. It's somebody who can do that and make that work. Yeah, you gotta be jumping for joy, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. And to your credit, no one saw that coming because the guy couldn't cover at safety, but you put him at corner, and he's doing his thing. How the hell that happened? I had
He
no
has an
clue
eye for talent.
how
That's
that
for sure.
happened.
You
Yeah,
know,
I know how that happened. All right, what you got on Aubrey Pleasant coming back, Val?
I'm trying to figure out because when I saw this question earlier, when you said put it up in the chat for us, I was trying to figure out why this is even a question.
Yeah,
Because the implication to this question, in my opinion, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that there's something wrong with the fact with Aubrey Pleasant because he wasn't
yeah.
accepted by the Saints and he's coming back to the Lions. Now I know
Well,
Lions fans
no,
go crazy with.
I don't think that's wrong. No, I don't think nothing wrong with him, but I just
Well, I
think
know there's Lions fans that always want to consider everything some kind of conspiracy theory, like if
Right,
oh
she
he
being
went to
facetious.
he
She-
went he went to the Saints and the Saints didn't want him, so that means he's no good, or he's a traitor because he wanted to go to the Saints, kind of a mentality.
yeah,
Now, if it's any one of those things, you're an idiot, because number one, I'm
just
laying it.
say it. Yep.
I'm
talk
just
your
gonna
talk,
lay it.
man. Talk your
I'm gonna
talk.
lay it clear for you, and
Uh,
here's the reason why. Because you can't look at football as a Lions fan as a fan. It's a business. Now, if Aubrey Pleasant wants to go over to the Saints and get a better opportunity, he's just like any player on the board. Your coaches are just like free agents. If you want you want to go somewhere else, let's go see what they have to offer. Now, the Saints could say, swipe left and say we were not a match. But here's the thing: you could be the best employee at McDonald's. You could be the best burger flipper that McDonald's has ever seen in their life. Okay, you could be Ronald McDonald's sidekick, but that doesn't mean that Burger King wants you or that Wendy's going to be sliding into your DMs asking for your phone number. Okay, because Wendy's might want to go vegan, and if you're a burger flipper,
plant based.
you ain't gonna fit. That has nothing to do with it. So Aubrey Pleasant being in Detroit is exactly where Aubrey Pleasant needs to be, and you go, boo, do your job.
Yeah, definitely. I just think that giving an opportunity for a young coach and where he's been, that opportunity, you take that interview. They offer you that the interview, you take that, you kick it around, you see what's going to happen. The same thing kind of with the Aaron Glenn thing this offseason. I think Aaron Glenn is not going to be in Detroit that much longer. And I think that Aubrey Pleasant can slide right into that defensive coordinator position in Detroit. I think that, him being a homegrown young fella, coming from Flint, working up at the University of Michigan as well. I think that's really a good place for him to be. That guy, he's a very talented coach. If you even just listen to how he speaks in his football mind, that guy's he's going to be a head coach somewhere. And if we can groom him in some years to become, take over when Dan Campbell slides out the door, then, I think it'd be great to have him just in the fold 100%. Definitely. All right, let's get back into the comments. We got some all right. So Smoking Jeremy, he's not in the chat today, but he is been busy, no headphones today. So that's why he's not on the panel today. So, but what up, though, to my man Smoking Jeremy B.
So pray for him while he's in his closet over there.
Yeah, definitely. All right. So Allen Robinson, return of the hometown guy, make Motown great again.
Y'all gonna be
As much
mad.
as I would love y'all to have Allen Robinson here because y'all need him, but y'all need him, but that ain't gonna happen. So sorry.
See, I want people to understand something. I want y'all to listen very carefully. Think about this. Val is a Bears fan. She likes the Lions, but she loves the Bears. When have you ever heard a Bears fan tell the enemy, yeah, you guys should really take this guy that we like, If she cared that much about him, she'd have been saying we need to bring him back to the shop, but she not. Pay attention, people.
Okay, now no. Now listen, y'all. I already know why Allen Robinson. Yeah, I would love to. Believe me, if I could get Allen Robinson back, I would trade half that damn team to get his ass back. But I know his ass don't want to be here because we got stupid idiots running the shit show up there. So I don't blame him. Now look, if y'all are gonna want to grab him because it's worth it. And I'm telling you, it's worth it. Now, because he's one that will play for you. But he's costs a hell of a lot of money. That's not wise either. So I get you.
Well,
Okay?
All right.
well, I'm a Robinsons fan, but I'm just saying it just seemed a little suspect, Val, that you pushing this Allen Robinson train. I'm just saying.
Now, the insinuation is I'm going to do my proud family wrong here. Now, I take offense at that now because y'all are my proud family. I ain't going to do you wrong. I ain't going to steer you wrong. Listen, listen to the prophecies of the past, y'all. And
Okay.
and figure out how many of my prophecies have come true versus Luke's. Now take your sides. There you go.
Now I don't know. I got a high percentage. I got a high percent, but I will say this. You know, do you think that the Bears should trade the Lions Khalil Mack?
At this point, probably I wouldn't want it, but at Khalil Mack,
But like would you be all for us trading for Khalil Mack?
if you give us a whole bunch of shit for it, I
See what I'm saying? Look. Do you see people? It's Bell.
No,
What's that TV show with what's that TV show? The WandaVision. It was Agatha all along. It's Bell all along. That's what it is.
No. Well, Khalil Mack is on his last legs. Y'all can have him too at this point. But
no, you keep him.
Go ahead,
You walked right into that one.
You don't want him.
He baited you, Val. You walked
right
into it.
He ain't baiting me shit. He think he wanted me. He ain't want shit. He ain't want shit.
All right. Super Saiyan Fest says, hey, Luke G, it's starting to happen. Sports analysts are starting to see Hamilton at number 2. I've seen that as well, Luke G. There are more and more mock drafts where they got Hamilton going number 2 to the Lions. What you got on that, Luke G?
I was told I was crazy when I made that prediction in December. You done lost your mind. I even had Easy. Easy had me rolling. Easy was like, man, have you lost your mind? A safety at 2? I said, Easy, just go watch the tapes. He said, man, I ain't doing nothing. That thing I know, he come in the chat was like, I can't believe he did this to me, but he converted me. We got to take Hamilton. And I told him, I said, the dude can cover the whole field.
He's got crazy speed. I mean, the kid's a beast. Yeah. So I'm looking at. All right. So Michael Hunt says, feel bad for Aubrey, but as a Lions fan, I'm glad he's back. He'll be our DC when Aaron Glenn becomes a head coach. I agree with that sentiment 100%. All right. Jeremy B says, so excited, pleasant to stand as of yesterday. Okuda is running and jumping. I did see that Instagram post of him running, getting himself back.
Slow as hell. He looked as slow as. Listen, they showed that clip. I was like, y'all should have sped that up or kept that shit to yourself. He was going slow as hell.
Well, maybe he's still working into it, man.
Well, you know what? Then show us the tape when you healed up. I don't want to see you limping through, just basically jogging. I'm like, and in his head, he was flying. You could tell his arms were moving. The legs weren't doing nothing.
Man, Luke's on today.
All right, so one fucking line.
Me and Luke are gonna get into it by the end of the show. I can feel it already.
One fucking Lions fan says, the way I see the draft without a trade, safety at 2, outside linebacker at 32, wide receiver at 34, inside linebacker at 66, and a wide receiver at 97.
I can see that happening. I think with that second wide receiver at though, I will probably take that out and put in maybe another tight end.
Please take wide receiver out of any of the part of this draft. Please do. I mean, I keep saying it. There's plenty of wide receivers in the free agency and in the Walmart parking lot. You don't need to waste a draft pick on this.
Well, even with Randall L. who was the wide receivers coach for the Lions. He said he wants two receivers in the draft and one in free agency. That's what
you can want in one hand and shit in the other. See what one fills up faster.
Grand 12 says Applebee's is calling. All right, Troy says I hope Okuda can come back strong. I think he needs to move to safety.
No, he right. He right. Think about what he said. I hope Okuda comes back strong, and then he kind of basically put a word in there and then said safety. Yeah, let him come back as a strong safety. Any goddamn safety, bring him back as that. Because I'm telling you, what I saw was slow. He did not look like he was even close to 70%. And I'm like, if that's your 80, yeah, we need to hurry. We might be in need of drafting a corner because this is bad. It did not look good. He needs to be a safety.
We got Micro Mike up in the chat causing some shit.
Here we go again.
Let me find Micro Mike. Okay, here he goes. At Luke G, would you sign Hanson from Scary Movie to be the backup quarterback?
Hell yeah, with that strong hand. Yes, I sure would. It's my strong hand.
I like how he
Grab
said
my
that.
hand. Grab my strong hand. That's bad when you choose to die instead of grabbing
up and drag, man. I swear to God.
I'm not messing with y'all today. I'm not messing with sweet. All right, so Tornado says we need to build our two lines, and our running backs and wide receiver will follow, even with Goff. I think that they're going to build around, and then Goff's going to be that last piece to get plucked out, same way he was in LA.
but we've tried that. Like, I'm not even being funny. We've tried that, and it's like I think the offensive line is done. I think we're good there. You just want to add depth at that position. The defensive line, in my opinion, could you add a piece? Maybe, but you can get that way back down the draft. I'm just, or you can just go and get a guy as a free agent or something. I just don't. I put it like this: we've tried that method. Like we've tried that method, and it has not yielded us any results. I want to stay the course of completing a group, and so they completed the line. Now let's go out and complete another group. If that means you're going to complete the linebacking group, complete it. If you're going to go out and complete the D line and add another D lineman, I don't know who you are going to add, because Aiden Hutchinson is going to be a stand-up outside Russian linebacker. So I just don't see it as a major need.
Okay, here we go. I don't know where this is coming from, but Jeremy says, I'd rather give a prove it or a reclamation deal for Josh Rosen as a quarterback. He can't be worse than Tim Boyle.
Facts. It's facts. Yes, facts. There's no way in hell he could be worse. I mean, to that back, it might be possible.
Grandma couldn't be worse than Boyle, okay?
Not Granny out there slinging around.
And there's been a free agent wide receivers are a lot more expensive than draft picks. Yeah, I know that. But here's the thing. Those free agents, there's so many of them right now that are on there that they're going to be Walmart parking lot guys. This is why you don't need to waste any money on the draft for a wide receiver.
All right, Micro Mike is in here just having a great time today. He says, Maniac Tim, this is for you. Would you draft Miss Cleo with the second pick in the draft? I heard
I would draft you, Micro Mike.
I mean, R.I.P. to Miss Cleo, but I'm pretty sure she saw that answer coming. So
you can draft Medea.
Yeah.
Not Medea. She got the new movie out today. So.
She does got some height on her.
I'm not messing with y'all. Funky Lions fan says if Okuda moves, a strong safety becomes a starter in the Lions draft, Hamlin, will they be the first time a team had a number 2 and number 3 pick starting safeties? Wow.
Oh,
I think so.
That's a good question. That's a sports almanac question right there.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I don't think that there's been a safeties at 2 and 3 picked.
Nah.
My man Easy.
My man Easy. Say what up, dude?
Easy.
What up,
Easy. Hey, Easy. Speak of double number 2. Wait.
Easy. My man.
I can't believe he ain't did that yet. Am I the only one who's shocked that Easy ain't used the Easy from the old NWA era as an intro song? Am I the only one who believes that?
Yeah, I feel you on that, because he says, what's that? It's easy, baby. That's his thing.
I know, but he can do that. It's easy, baby, with the sun in the background. It's easy. You feel me? I can hear it.
Easy like Sunday morning.
All right, so let's get back into the questions. All right, do you agree with the NFL.com's assessment giving the Lions the highest draft grade for the 2021 draft in NFC North? They had an A-. So do you agree with that? Yes or no? And tell me why. What you got there on this, Luke G?
Nah, I don't. It's 1 year. Can we give it 3 at minimum? Can we give it? I want to see consistency. Everybody can have a hot year, right? Like this is what happens. People can have a hot year, but it's about, can you do it consistently? That's what makes you great. And when you can keep going. Then when that happens, I'll go, yeah, it's a good draft class. But at the 1 year, no. I mean, even if you look at it in the short term, I don't know if I feel comfortable being like, yeah, they should have the highest grade. I kind of want to stay under the radar as we ain't nothing. I want to stay there.
All right. So for this one, I get what you're saying. As a draft class, it really takes about 2 to 3 years to kind of evaluate them of how they, with the consistency. But as of last year, last year they had I think that we had the best draft class in the NFC North. I believe that to be true. I agree with that assessment. Just the two guys that played with Amon-Ra St. Brown and Penei Sewell, compared them to two other rookies on any team in the NFC North, and I think we got that right. I think we got that right. So, what do you got, Val, on this one?
Unfortunately, I'm in agreement with y'all, and I'm a Bears fan. But as far as the year,
Mm-hmm.
that's where I'll agree on it. Now, how it pans out, how that year pans out a few years from now, it's going to change the story. But as far as how it showed up this year, yeah, I would give that assessment an A-.
Yeah, definitely. And even with the undrafted free agents and how they got some of these guys to kind of play way above what they were brought in as, they were just brought in as UDFAs, and you look at some of the UDFAs that played, Brock Wright, Jacobs, Parker, all those guys, and they played. I mean, and we can say they played well. Of course, our record was still trash, but you can take it with a grain of salt. You can, being a good player on a bad team, but I think they played well above. They played hard this year, and I think that their performance warrants the grade for the first year, and not going any above beyond that. But the first year, I would say that. Maniac Tim, what you got, man?
Well, definitely. As far as for this year, we only have that to look at. That's the only sample set that we got. So it is a small sample, but yeah, we did a lot better than what we usually do. And we picked, we didn't get those way out there guys that you're used to seeing the Lions pick, like who the hell is that guy? So I think that for this year, and also for how they're produced, not as far as wins, but how they produced on the field in their position, they were for this year the best in the NFC North.
Okay, I feel you on that one. All right, let's get back because man, we always got some fire comments in the chat because they go ham like a pork sandwich in the comments. All right, one fucking last said we want easy chant. Damn, it was the beginning of radio. Damn, it's gonna bother me. We want easy chat, man. That was one of the classic albums from it.
Easy.
Yeah,
I'm here. Easy.
That was from the Commodores. Nah, we're not talking about easy like Sunday morning. We're not talking about that one. we talk NWA. That's what we talk about. We talk about NWA. All right. Micro Mike is at doing his thing. All right, speak easy at Detroit Lions on the Pride. Would you sign Richard Simmons as our personal trainer from Detroit?
I just wonder if Mike drinking like Sizzlers or something. He kind of playing it off. Playing it off as like bubbly. Like it's just bubbly. Like what the?
Drinking Four Locos. What's up with these questions?
Right, like what in the hell?
What you been smoking, Mike? No.
Yeah, you got
have they found Richard Simmons? He been missing for a long time, man. Ain't nobody really seen that cat. That dude kind of missing. You might want to. All right, Lion King said, "What up, Kurt? What up, Doe? What's going on, man? How's it going?" All right. No, it's the song that start easily. I approached the microphone because I ain't no joke. Oh, he's talking about Eric B. and Rakim.
Yeah. That's We talking about the easy song. I will play it, but I'm on the cell phone. I'm basically on my lunch break, but I'm trying.
All right. So Michael Huck says some so-called experts are saying St. Brown's years was a fluke. Any thought to that?
They're a dumbass.
Yeah. If you look at how that kid works and how his work ethic and how he approaches the game, a fluke is that's if he had a bad year, it would be an anomaly. But I think how he started the year was an anomaly. How he finished the year is how he plays. What you got on that, Luke?
When you get players and you use them, they perform. Like let's start there. And if you watched his film and you watched my channel, you know that I said this was coming. The first thing that I saw when I went to go watch his tape, this dude was blocking the dude to the sideline. I'm like, well, all right, that'll get my blood going. Like that's the kind of person he is. He wants to be great. Like he wants to do everything right. So no, I don't think it was a fluke. I think that what's going to happen is that he's put everybody on notice, so they're going to definitely be watching him now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
think. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
What you
Look at
got,
the
Val?
caliber. Look at his background. If you're going to tell me that he's a fluke, and you look at his family history and his background and all the stuff that's led him to this point, and call him a fluke, you're a biggest dumbass on the internet. I'll tell you, you are just an idiot. I
Saw
mean,
that coming. Saw that. Be Stevie Wonder wearing wearing a blindfold to see that coming. From Val.
According to Shaq, Stevie Wonder ain't blind. Shaq claims Stevie Wonder knew it was him in there, and that he got into a car and pulled out of a garage. And I said, "Now hold up." And he's the only one who said that. Lionel Richie also claims that he can see.
these motherfuckers have Helen Keller rising from the grave, going, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, all right. Detroit fan man says easy have to have better draft class when your group is forced to play though. Okay, I think we're talking about the draft class grade. Yeah, easy. I get you. All
I
right.
like this question from Troy. This is a good question
Okay,
about elite quarterbacks.
Okay, here we go. Troy says, should we try to tank again next year with those elites quarterbacks coming out next year?
No.
No.
Who said we were taking this year?
How are we tanking?
Right, like we was trying to win. We weren't trying to tank.
No.
And I don't think tanking works. I don't think that it's a proven method.
Especially in the
It just
NFL.
don't.
The NFL is an league that's not built for tanking.
No, because the way it's set up, you don't. Because you mess around and take a Jamarcus Russell. Now you big time mad.
Yeah, you mad.
Yeah, you mad.
Micro Mike's really starting some shit now.
Okay, let me go down here on Micro Mike. Here we go. Should the Lions draft at Val with the second pick? All right, Val. What you?
Hell yes, because no.
We would lose every Bears game if we did.
Nah. I think we should definitely draft Val with the second pick overall. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because Val's like the goddamn honey badger. She don't give a damn. She don't give a shit. Okay. If Val wants to go out there and make a tackle, she makes a tackle. She doesn't wait for anybody to tell her to do it. She just does it because she's a honey badger.
I will whoop that ass.
I'm telling you, I put her on my team. Hey, take her to the trenches too.
I am white skinned Medea. Okay, for real.
You would rather tongue kiss a gator in the phone booth than a battle Val. Okay, don't do it.
All right. Sweet Jesus. All right. He can't find us with Smoking Jerry B. But man, Smoking Jerry B says, to all the guys that say draft Willis, 2 words, Justin Fields with less accuracy. Ooh.
Whoa. Back up. What's that again?
He says, to all the guys that say draft Willis, 2 words, Justin Fields with less accuracy.
I agree.
Okay.
He Braxton Miller.
Oh,
yeah. I don't understand this. He's Braxton Miller. He's gonna every now and then he'll give you a beautiful pass, and when you need it the most, he's gonna take off and run. It's gonna be the poor decision. Like he wherever he goes, needs to have a team completely made and designed for him. If he goes over to the Cardinals, he might have some success. Mm-hmm. The Ravens, he might have some success. The Lions, y'all got to stop falling in love with these mobile quarterbacks. God, good grief.
Edo says, I think our draft was a B, which is not too far from an A minus. With a few breakouts, don't brag just yet. Yeah, we ain't bragging. We're just saying that 1 year. That 1 year, that was all I was saying. Because it could be next year, it could be something totally different. But yeah, tongue gets an alligator. Yes, that's
Dan Spanos. I love this. No, listen, I got a response to this one for Dan Spanos.
Dan Spanos. Okay.
Give Val a couple million and she'll forget all about the Bears. Look, I'm more like Jamal. Take me out to some dinners, okay? Wine me, dine me, and
get me some shrimp.
And giving out back ribs.
And, lobster, some back ribs. Oh man, back in the building, the Dern. Man, we haven't talked to the Dern in a while. What's going on, Dern? What up, man? How's it going? Up, Dern? What up, though?
Yeah.
Everything. All right. The Darren says Hamilton is the man. I think we've been saying that for a while here on the shows.
I,
I've been,
I
I've
still
been
getting cussed out when I drop that video. I'm gonna get cussed out even more. It is what it is.
Super Saiyan fan says I've been saying this forever. Mobile quarterbacks are not the answer. Not all of them are. You are 100% correct.
What mobile quarterback won the Super Bowl?
Ha- no. If you have got there, but
I'm just saying a few have got there, but a lot of times what happens is they rely too much on their legs, and you have to be a little bit more cerebral when you're doing this. I mean, hell, to show you how bad it is, take Dak Prescott, who takes off and run with 14 seconds on the clock. Yeah, I got time to get down. No, you don't. They're gonna let you run.
absolutely.
You can give Val a couple of drinks and she'll forget about the Bears. I do that every time they play.
Steve Young don't count. Steve Young don't count as a mobile quarterback because Steve Young was a pass first guy. He was a run second guy. Mobile quarterbacks, at least where I picture as a mobile quarterback, are people who rely on their legs. When they I've seen games where people have been open with Michael Vick and he took off. I've seen games where Lamar Jackson had people open and he took off. I've seen games where Josh Allen had people wide the hell open and he took off. And I'm like, okay, like that's not going to be happening all the time. So, but I get your point. You said Steve Young. I get your point.
Yeah, Lions King says if Willis shows out in the combine, will we pick him? Hell no. Don't want no damn. What are you talking about? I don't want no damn Willis. All right.
about Willis, man.
Michael Mike talking about. I've been talking about having Hamilton since week 4, best pound for pound player. And I believe this to be true. Michael Mike, I think he is the best pound for pound player in the draft. All right, so let's kind of get back to some of these questions right quick. All right. So the franchise tag deadline is coming up real short. March 8th is the tag deadline. Do the Lions use it? And if so, who do they tag? I'm going to go first. I'm going to say they don't tag anyone. I don't think anyone on this team is worth the franchise tag. That's just me.
I was going to agree with you, Kurt, because I'm saying if they franchise tag anybody, they're fucking fools, and this is not the franchise tag scenario.
Yeah, and the one name that came up, and I don't think he's a possibility, was Tracy Walker, but I don't think they tagged him.
Oh, the hell no!
I didn't say the tag. I didn't say the franchise tag. I said that's a name I heard for a franchise tag.
Oh yeah, I saw that too. I saw that and I went, "What the hell are you drinking?"
What you got, Luke, for the franchise tag for the Lions?
I can see them franchise tagging somebody, but only with the idea that we're doing this to get you a better deal, type approach. But it's hard for me to see them franchise tagging anybody. You have options this year.
Yeah.
Like if ever there's a time for you to just be like, I think I'm gonna keep my cookies in the jar. This is it.
Yep.
This is the time. So you got a draft that's designed for you. You have free agents that are technically designed for you. I'm trying to think of one person that I would friend. I can't think of no damn body. No, I don't see no.
Hell no.
I can't think of nobody.
The groundskeepers. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. I don't see anybody. Man, I don't see it. What you got, Tim? I don't see it, but you let me know.
Maybe the water boy. No,
water boy. Okay.
No, nobody. Why?
I don't think that either. Because
you're signing a bunch of people to 1-year prove-it deals. Why the hell are you franchising anybody?
I mean, there are people who are saying, hey, we should, tag. You go have the pundits. They're gonna say we should be tagging this guy or that guy.
They don't know shit.
No. Yeah, I wouldn't. Here's a question: do you consider Mahomes a mobile quarterback?
No.
He's a run.
yeah. Like for example, right? Like Aaron Rodgers can elude the pocket, right? And people will say, oh, he's mobile. He can run. But Aaron Rodgers is only going to run so far before he slides and say F it. Mobile quarterbacks to me are those people who you can like unleash, like a Michael Vick, Randall Cunningham. You can unleash
like a dual threat.
Justin Fields. Justin Fields is one. Trubisky was another one that the Bears had. that they run for their damn life down the field. Okay,
Yeah,
that's the
and
one
to me that I don't like. To me, the quarterback needs to be smart in his usage of his legs and stuff. So when you see people like Steve Young, or you see people like even Russell Wilson, when they're running with the idea to buy more time to throw, not to run because I can just take off and outrun everybody. And when I'm starting to see with a lot of these mobile quarterbacks, they're doing that. But Patrick Mahomes to me is not nobody that fit that mold for me, in my opinion.
All right,
No.
Mike says Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson. I consider Russell Wilson a mobile quarterback.
Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson.
You a Seahawks fan, so you let me know.
I don't think Russell Wilson is. He's trying. He's always running with the idea to throw the ball. He is not running with the idea that I want to run. If you watch Russell Wilson, and this is why he gets sacked a lot, because he's just trying to move around to buy time to throw the ball. He does not look to run first. He's not trying to run. That's not what he wants to do. He wants to throw the ball.
Well, Mike is arguing the point, saying that the definition of a mobile quarterback is a quarterback who possesses the skills and physique to run with the ball if necessary.
The only thing that I'm thinking of a mobile quarterback as running with that quarterback is like can be an option one, like a Michael Vick. You can call the quarterback off him,
right?
Or a Lamar Jackson. You have design runs. A Josh Allen. You have design runs for that person. As a that's I kind of consider that to be my definition.
You can have a quarterback that has some mobility, okay, that they're not strictly in the pocket all the time, that they will run to buy time to get the ball. You can have a quarterback with mobility, but when we're talking about a mobile quarterback, where we're truly, I know the definition is kind of weird that way, but when it's referred to as a mobile quarterback, it's one that will run for his damn life with the ball.
Yeah,
and also when you think about that definition, I try to always look at things in its entirety. Like Matthew Stafford had the ability to run when necessary. Nobody ever is going to say he's a mobile quarterback. Nobody's going to accuse him of that. Like it's just not happening. So I get it, but to me, I'm talking about those guys
that are
who are a legitimate threat. Where you have teams like don't let him get out the pocket.
Right.
But
guys that are as quarterbacks that are as good as kind of being a running back or quarterback, basically.
Look, you can have Webster's definition. Yeah. You can have Webster's dictionary definition of things, and you can have the people's use of the word definition of things.
Right.
Definitions, especially in the game of football, can definitely be subjective to who you're, to the person who's actually defining it. You know what I'm saying? Because everyone has different views of what a mobile quarterback is, and everyone is not going to agree with that, 100%.
Right.
I've never meant to refer to as being cold, but we turned it into something else. Yeah. Okay, there you go.
Right, I've never heard nobody say Tony Romo was a mobile quarterback, and he took off a lot. He took off and ran a lot, so nobody ever said he was a mobile quarterback.
All right, so what's the biggest position of needs for the Lions this offseason? That's the last panel. What is the biggest position of need? What do you got, Luke G?
Safety. There is no other position that we need more than a freaking safety. Right now, I think your starting safeties. Well, I don't even think it's just matter. But who's still left as signed? Walker's a free agent, so you're basically stuck with Will Harris and who?
That's it.
I'll wait. Yeah. It's safety.
Was that C.J. Moore? Maybe.
No, he's a free agent. Thank God. Thank God.
No franchise tag him, huh, Luke?
No, definitely don't.
What's your biggest position to need for the Lions this offseason?
Safety.
Yeah,
there's so many needs. We need receivers, but what's going to help to build a team more is the safety.
Okay.
Yeah. Akuda is the safety. No.
You need to be.
Look. Again, I'm going to say, please listen to Detroit Lions on the Prowl and get your information and do your research, because that he is not the man. Okay, y'all need a safety. Okay, y'all
safety. All right. So safety. All right. So we've talked about, that I will have to say safety. is one of the biggest needs. I'll have to say that. You looking at that right now. That's the biggest void on the roster right now is the back end of that defense at safety. So we're gonna have to pick up. We're gonna have to pick up two, not just one. You're gonna have to be. I think it's two. Because if you look at no one's there, I don't trust Will Harris to be a starter. Um, so Troy says wide receiver, linebacker, and safety. Okay. Okay.
Those are all needs, and cornerbacks a need too. But if you're looking at the biggest need, it's safety.
Safety. All right. I think the biggest position to need is four-way tie, outside linebacker, inside linebacker, safety, and wide receiver.
But we got outside linebackers and we got inside linebackers. We don't have no safeties. I'm serious. Like if you look at who's still on the roster under contract, it's disgusting.
You needed safety help at the beginning of last year. You put Tracy Walker in that position, for God's sake. You need you need safety.
All right. So, hey, thanks everyone for checking us out right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Make sure you go over to fanatics.com. Big sale going on right now. Links in the description. You can get up to 65% off on select items. Big sale going on. So go ahead and re-up on your Lions gear, and you can use that link in the description. And a portion of the proceeds from that link go to help us grow the content on this channel. Definitely go over and check us out on your favorite social media platforms. We're on TikTok. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. Wherever you want to find us, we're there. Even once we get out of Facebook jail, we're over there on Facebook.
That's my fault, y'all. I incited violence, okay?
Yeah, you incited violence on the Facebook. Well, but thank you for checking us out. For now, it's time for final thoughts for today's show. What you got, Maniac Tim? Final thoughts for today's show.
Okay. Well, today's been fun, and hopefully that we are building a team for the future and that we'll be able to see some better results this year, but we still got to be patient. Just look forward. Hell, we've been waiting for 47 years or longer. So let's just be patient. One day we'll see the Lions there.
Okay, definitely. All right, what you got, Val? What's your final thoughts for today's show?
We always have such a fun and crazy time. I know next week we won't be having a Free for All Friday or any shows because Kurt's going to be on vacay. It's going to be okay because after that, we're going to go right into hitting that draft, okay, you guys? So you guys come in and prepared. Now, if you think that this show on Free for All Fridays is crazy as hell, y'all need to become gold members and get in the gold member meeting because on Wednesdays, we let loose. And you will come to get to know us in a whole different way than you see us on Free for All Fridays. Yeah. We last Wednesday, we were talking about what? Stand-up comedians and military gas mask and I don't know what else craziness that we did. So if you want to become a gold member, there's a join button at the bottom of this below the video. You can click on that and get in there. But you need to be in there. If you liked this, you will definitely love to hang out with us on Wednesday. So,
definitely. So like Val said, this is my last show for this week. We're having a show next week. Me and the family are going on vacay, taking my son for he turned 25 a couple weeks ago, and we taking him on his birthday trip. So we're gonna we'll be out next week. So we're gonna have some fun with him, and we're gonna have some after 2 years of being, in captivity, we're gonna get out in these streets safely. But we're gonna get out in these streets and have some good time as a vacay. But we thank everyone for coming in and joining with us, man. We have so much fun. And go over there, like I said, check us out on Lower Lions Nation Unite. Some big things coming up over there as well. We're gonna get that Lions on the prowshop.com updated for you with some new gear here shortly. So just stay tuned for that. I know we've been talking about it, but we are going to do that here in the near future with Lions Nation Unite. All right, now I got to kick it to my man, Luke G. Luke G, inspire our brother before he goes on vacay.
Hey, all right, first of all, thank everybody for rocking with us. And if you ain't subscribed, please do so. You need to hit that button. You need to knock it up real quick. Go ahead and get her done, okay? Today's positive quote comes from me. It's a very simple one, and I think that this one hit me because I needed to tell myself this. But life has a very unusual road. And just when you think about giving up, remember, you just have not hit your second win. I'm going to say it again. You just have not hit your second win. Sometimes there are things in life that just don't go according to plan. Don't get frustrated. Just wait for the second wind to come up. When there are some things that's going to happen that you're going to ask yourself, why me? Instead of wondering why me, wait for the second wind to kick in. When the second wind kicks in, everything about you jumps. It goes differently. The mood is differently. The universe is different. The world feels different. And your voice has more power than you ever could have known. You just simply have to wait on your second wind. Don't get too tired. Don't get too drawn into what ain't happened. Focus on the approaching of your second wind. Sometimes things is gonna be a little bit, and I mean a little bit, too damn much. But no matter how much it is, you still breathing. Focus on the second wind. Take a breath. And I know some people may say, if I take a breath, that second breath is my second wind. No, that was just the first get start. The second wind, when it kicks in, you will know. It's a whole exuberant, euphoric feeling that makes you feel as though you are Superman. And in all honesty, you really are, because that second wind has kicked in. So before you get to a point, before you get to a place where you're just not sure where you at, just take a second to calm yourself, be patient, and wait for your second win. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, you got to hit that like, subscribe, notification bell, join the Gold Members Club. You know what I'm saying? You got a GNC one and you don't even buy the protein. At least this one you get entertained. So show some support and some love. And as always, don't be no chump. Please do your research.
Hey, all right. Hey, I look forward to seeing everyone again back here a week from Monday. We're going to have our combine recap show. So we'll be doing the research while we on vacation. So don't, ain't gonna be no chumps like my man Luke G always tell us. Hey, but have some fun, be with your loved ones, and whatever you do in life, you know what you got to do. You got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For the panel, this is Kurt Steele, and we will holler at you real soon. We love you, Jim.